Hi guys, and welcome to FX Market Strategy and a bigger than our brokerage review website. So today we're gonna have a quick heads up for tomorrow. Okay. So basically we can look at the Euro New Zealand. We can see a really nice long setup right here. Okay. After such a nice fall. Okay. Right there, it even exceeded this one. So we can actually see a reversal from here very well. Okay. So basically Euro New Zealand is a longer position right here. We can take this one. Okay, stop loss should be around down there. How you set your target is possibly you can just run your fib from the top down here. Okay, and you set the target between the 50 and 61.8 levels. Okay, right there. So we're just highlighting this area, and we're gonna make a small box right here. So you'll know this is possibly the target area. Then we're gonna remove the right there. Okay, right. So you're in this long position right here, and that's your target one and target two. So basically, this is a long trade you have right there. I can just want to here. So basically, so you can just type here Euro New Zealand manipulation. We're looking at about 200 pips move. It's expected. Okay, so this like with this one, you can actually publish this one. We can see the market going into a risk of point where equity falls slightly, and we can see New Zealand having a 100 point pips here, so just like with this one, so we're long. So we'll publish this one. Okay. Here's the link. So just gonna share it here. If you guys want to give it a like also, share it with your friends or something if you like it. Okay. What we're gonna look at here next is euro dollar. And you can see the euro dollar really very clear signal right here, started right there. Okay, guys. So basically, if you look at this, it's very clear down move. Okay. In the big picture, if we get a big A B C D, so basically this would going to be a big A B C D all the way down here. Basically, what you want to do is you get the 60% at least level right here, at least, okay, and that's your target right here for a bigger move. Okay, that's why sometimes we highlight targets and we are not clear why. So we use these methodologies and stuff. Okay, guys. So that's possibly a target. A second way you can calculate your target is you run from here to there. So basically, you can get it's about the sixth one. So this may consolidate a lot. Have a little consolidation right here. Excuse me. Then that's possibly a target. Then of course 100%. Okay, guys, and that's also see it works to be the 127 of this extension. Okay, the second level will be the 161, which is right there also, right there. See this area. So basically, that's a very good actually. That's what's called Fib clusters. So Fib clusters basically we will take the Fib levels from correction wave and we align it with the extension of the fallen wave, the previous fallen wave, and you can see, let's say, the 127 of this extension wave, it comes to be, with the 61.8 from the bigger wave. So basically, that's the Fib clusters, right? Okay. So basically, we can see the euro from all the way here, but these are multiple targets, right? Okay, guys. So basically, you have target one, target two, target three. You get the idea. Okay. Euro dollar probably is going to go to 1.12. Okay, dollar need to get strong again. So basically, that's the story right here. Okay, so also we have version this one, so we can let's go short to trade right here. And that's your target, guys. So you get the full idea. This may go up to the moving average right here, touch it and come back. No worries, but this is bearish. Okay, guys. So basically, we can type right here something about this. We can say Euro USD possibly falls to how much? 1.1530. Okay, so basically after about 230 bucks. And actually, if you want to know the time, okay, the time, what you can use the Fib time zones, which sometimes it will give you a little bit of approximate, okay, but sometimes it will to be really good, okay. Okay, so trend based Fib here, can probably use this one, and just take it from this way to this way. Yeah. Okay. So you get also some Fib levels right here and there, 2.63. So basically, you have the 2.61 here to 3. So possibly this can fall before that time actually. Anyway, it's better to have a longer time and you get the profit early. So basically, this can actually fall before that time. But anyway, we just leave it as is for now. Okay, so we can just copy this one and publish this chart. So as DXY is getting strong, this will have weight in Euro USD as it makes 58% of the weight of the dollar index. Okay, so we are short fiber. Okay, so we're just short here, and that's USD. Also, you can go DXY, and you can go dollar. Share it here as well, and that's it. Okay, and just also share the link with you guys using Canadian. Okay, I'm gonna give you a good answer to your bike right now. So, Mr. Mustafa Isa is asking about New Zealand Canadian. I would recommend you not to trade New Zealand Canadian, and the reason for this is you have safe haven currencies, which is CHF and dollar and Japanese yen, and you have risky commodities beta currencies like the Australian, New Zealand Canadian. Usually, you don't want to trade New Zealand, Canadian, Australian against each other. I'm not saying they're not gonna move or you cannot get good trades out of them, but when the market in a risk on or risk off mode, it would be the best to trade New Zealand against Japanese yen, against CHF, against the dollar. It would be the best to trade Canadian against CHF, against dollar, against JPY, also possibly against the euro and the British pound. But I would avoid trading Australian against Canadian or Canadian against New Zealand or New Zealand against Canadian. But whatever, we're gonna look at it just because you asked about it technically. Um, I wouldn't go with this one too much. However, I can see it falling. See, with this one, what I can see actually, I can see right here. Let's just move this. Possibly what we can see right here is a fall. All the way here first. Then after this, we're gonna get this to continue. But this will not be a good trade because we do expect the New Zealand index to get weak. Look at the New Zealand right here. We are bearish in both New Zealand and Canadian. That's why it's not the best to trade these ones. So that's the New Zealand index, and we can expect this New Zealand index to actually go down really fast very soon. You can see it's making lower highs here since March. Okay, we have made a really nice high. ABC formation starts making lower, just a low, a lower high, a lower low, you know, a lower high, and the next move is gonna be a lower low. So the New Zealand index is actually we are bearish. Okay, don't worry about this small move right here. I think it's gonna be bearish if the stock market is gonna come down as I do actually expect. Okay, so basically we can see this New Zealand index. I was not planning to actually analyze this pair, but it's okay. So basically we can see the index coming down like this. So let's go look at that's Canadian dollar index. It starts coming down also. See, and we do expect the Canadian to get really weak in the next months or 2 months. Such a beautiful run with the oil. See, when the oil hit the 75, you can see the Canadian index hit 83. While the oil is holding ground, but the Canadian is getting weak. Once the oil starts falling, and I do expect the oil not to reach the 75 again, I think the oil is gonna come back to 60 very soon. So it's gonna drag the Canadian to the floor with it. Okay. So basically, you can see the Canadian coming back all the way down to 75 right here. Okay. So basically, we are bearish in both Canadian and New Zealand index. Okay, guys. So both are bearish. So to get a good trade out of something like this, basically, is not easy. See, look at this. It's really ranging. See, ranging. New Zealand was the same scenario, right? If you look at the New Zealand index, what it has done at the end right here, also, this is kind of range. I know there is some movement here, but it's not strong. It's not something like this, okay? So basically, trading those against each other is not the best choice. You would trade something like the New Zealand Japanese yen, okay? So I hope this answered the question, sir. Bitcoin, some prediction says it will face resistance from 50,000 fall up to 2,000. What's your opinion? Inshallah, thank you. Okay, so here another question about Bitcoin. Okay, so basically, guys, if you want my opinion right here, what we can see, we have to look at the fixed index, which is you see the fear in the market, and this one has been touching the 16 level right here and bouncing 16 and bouncing, and I think we need a correction very soon in the market. Okay, I think we need a correction in the equity market. Especially we can see the Dow Jones falling to 32,500, 33,000. Okay, so what I'm expecting actually is a spike right here. Okay, so I'm expecting a spike right there. See this one? At least a spike to come. See, I think it makes sense, right? Right there. Guys, this is right there and over there and there and there. See these spikes? Every time this VIX spikes, it means profit taking. The big whales in the market, they just take money, okay? And everybody thinks the market's crash and they go to sell and they buy again at a lower price, okay? That's how they do it. So basically, what I'm seeing here, I'm seeing this to come towards the up, make a spike. This spike, okay, usually is gonna drop the Dow Jones and possibly will drop the Bitcoin, not necessarily, but if we plot the Bitcoin also here, if we can compare and just plot the BTC right here, and the same chart. Okay. Let's use a different template, just clear. Okay, I'm gonna use here. Let's use the VEX first. So the VEX. Okay, and that's we're gonna compare it with BTC. Okay. We're gonna find a little bit of correlation here. Okay. So you can see here the VIX did shoot up high. See what happened to the Bitcoin? It dropped. Okay. See the VIX shoot up high here. See what happened to the Bitcoin? It dropped. Of course, it's not going to be everything 100%. It's relative. See what happened to the VIX here. See what happened to the Bitcoin right here. Okay. What happened to the VIX here? Bitcoin had a little bit of correction. Okay. But what happened to the VIX? It did drop really fast right after. So you can see the Bitcoin did go to the upside. Okay. And you can see right there, what I do expect in the VIX a week, I am expecting a spike. If we get this spike, then what's going to happen to the Bitcoin is going to go down. Okay. It's going to go down. So basically, it depends on how far this spike is going to be. Then you can actually predict how much the Bitcoin is going to fall. If we make this a little bit clean, okay, you can remove all the wrongs. And we come here and you see the previous, if it's gonna fall to the same previous level as before, we can use the daily chart. You can also use line to make it easy. Okay, basically, so the Bitcoin, guys, is the orange one, okay, and the VIX is this one, okay. So basically, what we're saying, if we get this move to the upside here, to the same level right here, then basically, if it reach here, then the Bitcoin is gonna go to the same date it was here. Okay, probably, if it does happen. Okay, that's just possible. Okay, guys, that's kind of possible. So anyway, I think there is a correction coming. I think there is a correction coming in the Bitcoin, and it's gonna fall. Okay, so let's go back to our. Okay, guys, so we discussed the oil. We do expect the oil to come down from 72 right here. So we are only bearish in the oil. Okay, we're looking at the pound dollar. I think the pound dollar is just gonna come down, so I'll be bearish in the pound dollar. Okay, I think it's maybe go up to this level right here, and from there it can drop. See this area. So both possibly you would be expecting a small move to the upside, and after this move we can drop all the way here to 1.36 right there. Okay, so this is a scenario you can say. USD CAD, I think it's a very good, buy. Okay, you can see it has been supported by this uptrend, very clear, very nice, which is a nice thing. Okay, it's very clear. We have predicted this one previously. I think we had a nice buy signal right here, and that was really nice. Okay, so basically we can see another up move right there. Okay, so basically we can see up move here, 1.2680, so 1.850 around this area. Okay, so this is the second move we are looking at. Australian USD, only bearish in the Australian USD. We may get one move down first, okay? But basically, you're looking at so we're looking to see this to continue to the downside, okay? We're looking to see. So you may get one move up first, then this trend to continue to the downside, okay? It may come straight or it may make ABCD formation. ABCD formation, basically it will be one down, one up, then one down, okay? Or it can just come straight, something like this. New Zealand USD, it's the same thing. It just closed right here, and we discussed the New Zealand is bearish in this coming period. Okay, so basically same scenario. We can expect ABCD formation in this area. We do expect this to come actually fast. See this how this level is 70-80 is very important. How it did play to be a support in this area right here, and it did turn to be resistance, guys. So here it was a resistance, here it did work a support, it broke the support, it's below the support, so basically we can expect this to come. And you take your target, basically you get your Fib level, you chop it from here to there, and that's your 50 and 60, that's your first target in this area, okay? So basically it can come all the way down from here to the 60 level first, then make a correction to the 50 or 58, something like this, then drop again here, okay guys? So basically that's how it should be, that's what we can see happening, okay? Brown Japanese yen, it looks bearish a little bit. So basically what I can see happening here, we discussed about this fall, guys. If you have been following my analysis, you probably have seen it. Also, you guys can see all this in YouTube, in our channel. We have put the link right there. Basically what we can see, just a small up move here, so they can get everybody in the buy, then we get a nice drop right there. Something similar to this one right here, okay? So basically, we're waiting for a move similar to this one. We put it right here. Okay. Think the bound, the Japanese yen is going to fall strongly. Euro Japanese yen. Yeah. This is from the weekly analysis we discussed together in the weekly analysis. Okay, guys, so we are bullish in the dollar index, as you can see. It's still holding above the 92.40 right here, which I think we're going to 93.30 and a little bit above. Euro dollar also, we've had this analysis. It just hit the target exactly right there, and that's first target, second target all the way down here. Pound USD were bearish right here in the weekly analysis. That was perfect, almost did reach very close to the target right here. USD CAD was still bullish. It just moved a little bit. That's target number one. That's target number two. Australian USD did get the first target, and you can see the MACD is very clear right here. So that was really nice. Euro Australian were bullish. It just and you can see the MACD right down here. So you are just about to get the target, possibly tomorrow or after tomorrow. Euro Japanese yen, you got the first target and just making a small correction. What we expect now, just this to continue here, possibly here maximum, but here, because you can see the MACD start the correction down here. Okay, that's a correction. After this move, we'll be expecting this to continue all the way down to 128. We got the target for the Canadian Japanese yen exactly right there. See this, the first candle just got halfway, and second candle right the 61.8 exactly, and that's these drawings from the weekly forecast have not been changed. About Japanese yen also, we discussed this was a rising wage. Basically, the price that go up, falls, goes up, but it fails to make a significant high, comes down. It doesn't make a significant high, just a little bit, and that's a rising wage. Every time the rising wage will break to the downside very fast, okay, because it shows a weakness in the momentum. Also, you can notice that MACD was actually going down, basically where the chart is going up and the price is going up, but the momentum of the MACD is going down. So this indicates weakness in the trend. Okay. Australian Japanese yen, were bearish. We discussed the ABCD formation. That was an AB, then a small correction. We expected this to continue to be AB equal BCD. So basically, you get the same level right here from there, and we got this a little bit extra. So basically, that was extension. So basically, you get going 61.8. So how you can draw it in here, you can just take the extension and just to draw it, 3 points. But watch out, you may start a small correction down from here as the MACD start to reverse. So basically we can go back up here and this will be another selling area. Don't buy it all, right?